Hello, guys and dolls. How are you? Okay, we got some talking to do. All right, we have some talking to do. Let me get my pillow situated. All right, so you will notice I have on feathered earrings, and I just got them today. And my son, who is a Ossador, Australian Shepherd and Lab, looked at these like, oh my God, I would die to get a hold of those. He's been staring at them all day because they've been not within his reach, but the excitement on his face was enough to make me go, "Oh hell no. Don't even think about it, okay? Don't even think about it." So what I have to do is I have to hide them. When I take them off, I'm going to have to hide them. These are the multicolored ones. The lady that sells these has she has them in black, red, lime green, turquoise, and then these. I think those are all the colors. Um, if you want more information about that, let me know. Okay, hold on a second. Hold on, y'all. Is that better? That might be better. Okay. So, all right. So I have a friend who's in a predicament. I'm going to come up with a fake name. Susie. We'll call her Susie. Susie is, we'll call him Ben. All right. Susie and Ben went to school together. All right. Um, so they sort of knew each other, but not like know each other, but in passing and that kind of thing. And then he saw her on Instagram. And so they reconnected. And they were going to be friends only. But one thing led to another over a period of time. And the friendship got kicked to the wayside, and it became more than that emotionally, and the physical attractiveness came bursting out and on both sides. And she has been so deep into him that she's willing to put her future on hold, her life on hold, to be with him. She's never been intimate with a man before. Um, I think that plays a lot into her complete emotional abandonment. I don't know what the word would be. Um, she has thrown everything to the wayside. Okay. I'm sorry, y'all. I'm looking for my file, which was here, and I don't know. Here it is. Sorry about that. So she, everything just got kicked to the curb, and she's so into him, she doesn't really care about anything else pertaining to her own life and her own future, which should be a red flag, but it isn't. And what did I call him? Ben? Did I call him Ben? I don't know. That's what we're calling him, Ben, because I don't remember. I think I said Ben. Anyway, the biggest problem is Ben is married. Ben talks about his wife. She doesn't do this. She is mean to me. She hurts me. She cheated on me before we got married. She this, she that, she this, she that. Um, which is what all married men say when they're trying to get with another woman. My wife is fat, lazy. She won't cook. She won't clean. I don't get sex. I might get it once a year or once every 6 months or whatever. That may or may not be the truth. Who knows? But knowing that she has never been with a man sexually, he threw that to the side and he pushed real hard for a sexual attraction, and she went right along with it. And he pushed and pushed and pushed until she was debating on being with him in that way, which is irrational too because he belongs to someone else. Whether you like her or not, whether you like how she treats him or not, whether they hate each other today and love each other tomorrow or not, that's not the point. The point is he's taken. He's taken. Now he has told her in so many words or less, I'm not going anywhere. Okay? He didn't come out and say it that way. But he said, I've seen my friends, because he lives in California, and she's long distance from him. Anyway, like another state. He said the state of Florida, or state of California favors the women, the wife, ex-wife, whatever. Everything is in favor of her. So I've seen my friends go through hell with that. I've seen my friends go through hell with the ex-wife says, you'll see the kid when I say you can see the kid. Because once women realize that the state is on her side no matter what, she's got you by the cojones. So he would rather not give up all his money for child support because they rake you over the coals on child support. He don't want to be in that situation. He don't want her to decide when he sees his child or not. So he's told her that. Did that give her a clue? No, it did not. She was determined to replace the wife. And the thing that's so hard for people who love you, your friends or your family, they could try to talk sense into you all day and twice on Sunday. But when you become addicted to this person, this is a drug. This is a drug. You cannot tell a drug addict, you just need to stop taking a drug. You'll be all right. Stop taking it. They're physically drawn in, psychologically drawn in, addicted, emotionally addicted to this drug. So there is not a thing that you could say that's going to make them go, you're right. Sorry, I just got rid of you. You're right. I'm gonna stop taking drugs. You are absolutely right. I don't know why I didn't think of that sooner. They're not going to do that because they're addicted. And once you're addicted, you are too deep in to do it by yourself. When you are locked into a person, it's no different. You are emotionally, physically / sexually, psychologically locked in. So on one hand, I'm sure Sue knows it's illogical. Is that what I called her? I don't feel well. Again, I don't feel well. So my brain is kind of fried. It's like bacon sizzling in a pan right now. But anyway, Sue, I think I called her Sue. Anyway, if I change their names, just bear with me. Sue and Ben, I think. Anyway, there's nothing that anybody can say that's going to give this individual a wake-up call. Okay? There's nothing that's going to give this person a wake-up call. Now, she's been having multiple psychological breakdowns, crying almost every day. This has been going on for months. Okay? These little mini breakdowns, psychological breakdowns. These are happening constantly, which takes a toll on your physicality, and you start getting ill. I'm getting sick, I think, because the weather's changing. It's spring, and then it's not, and then it's spring, and then it's not, and then it's snow, and the ice, and the sleet. And, I think my body's just flipping out because the weather's flipping out. But anyway, friends have told Susie, whatever her name is, friends have told her, you need to be super careful because he's married. Regardless of what he says, nevertheless, he's legally tied to her. It really doesn't matter that the wife is horrible or that he's horrible or that they're not compatible and blah, blah, blah. It doesn't matter. He's still taken. He still goes home to her every day, every night, every evening, whatever. So it doesn't matter that, and I feel I'm pissed off at him because um, I feel that he is a manipulator, because you know that she's not been with anyone. You know that she's pure, basically. Okay, let's just keep it real. She's pure. So what do? You harp on the physical and the sexual, and you keep up in the ante. You keep going higher and higher and higher. Let's be naked on camera. Let's do this. I want to do this to you. I want to do that to you. If I saw you in person, I want to do. You know, god dang well, you got no motherfucking business talking to her like that. No business talking to her like that at all. Especially since you ain't going no fucking where. Excuse me, I'm pissed. That is manipulation. You think every man don't want to take somebody's V card? That's what it's called when you get with a virgin. It's called taking their V card. You think men don't want that? They love it. I took her V card. I sure did. I tapped that ass. You think that's not a pride thing? You think he doesn't put that's a notch on the belt? Ain't no sweet words in the world could fix that, especially if that happened with them and then he runs back home to his wife. You think you're breaking down now? You haven't seen breaking down yet until you've been used. Like that. Jumped up and down on, bam, bam, bam. It was real. Bye-bye. Going back to my spouse now. Bye. It was real. It was special. It was beautiful. Meanwhile, he got the V card. What do you get, Susie? You get to have a broken heart. You get to cry all over again because you haven't heard from him every single day as often as you normally would, because he got what he wanted. So he may slow down the communication because he fulfilled his fantasy and he keeps his marriage intact. Where does that positively influence her, Susie? It doesn't. Okay. So she's going on this roller coaster, this emotional roller coaster with this man, and all the lies that are coming out of his mouth and all the bullshit that he does want to tap it. That ain't a lie. He had no business shooting for that goal when you know fucking well she is a virgin, she's pure. Why would you even have that conversation with her? You should be on your P's and Q's and say, I can't talk to her like that because I don't need to be sexually manipulating this person that I can't have a future with because I already have a future with someone else. Regardless, I don't give a damn if your wife is the worst person in the world. You chose her. So ain't nobody trying to hear your sob story. You chose this person who supposedly cheated on you before you got married, and you thought that was so hot, you married her. If somebody cheated on me that I'm aware of beforehand, we're not getting married because you can't control yourself. Okay? I'm pissed. I'm frustrated. It is the equivalent of watching someone that you love sit on the train tracks. And you're just waiting for them to get hit by the train. And there's not a damn thing you could do about it because everything that comes out of here gets ignored. People have told her, you need to leave him alone. You need to back off him when he's married. They've told her, in one ear, out the other. One of her friends said, hey, be careful. Be careful. You know he's married. In one ear, out the other. In one ear, out the other. He deliberately sought her out, telling her what she wants to hear. Flattery, compliments. Then we're going to eventually hike things up to the physical/sexual. I don't care that you're pure and I have no business doing this because I can't be there for you. I could tag you, but I can't be there for you in a relationship sense. So everything would benefit him and would not benefit her. She doesn't see that because nothing you say gets in her head. It goes in one freaking ear and out the other. It's aggravating. So she's decided, I'm going to back off from online and I'm going to back off of my friends for a while. I'm just going to put my whole world in me and him in our own little bubble. Is that working for you? No, it's not. Well, when somebody doesn't want to hear what you have to say because you're trying to pull them away from their addiction, they get frustrated with you because you're not going to encourage the addiction. You're going to try to put a stop to it. They don't want that. They want to be addicted. And see, here's what happens, right? This person isn't going to sacrifice anything. He's going to get you all hot and bothered, and then he's going to get offline, off the phone, wherever, whatever, and go run back to his wife. And this is going to happen over and over and over again. When all the holidays come, he's going to be with her. Even when somebody can't stand their spouse, if that spouse says, this is what I need from you, they're going to do it. You know why? Because they're going to maintain peace in their home. Unless they're a narcissist. They're not going to maintain peace because they don't like that. They like drama. They love it. Okay. So they want you mad and screaming and yelling. They love this. When you care about somebody and they don't care about themselves, that's hard. That's really hard. That's really, really, really hard. I don't know. I feel like I'm just sitting there watching and hoping she don't get hit by the train. But she's been having meltdowns for months and months and months now. And she said, I'm tired of crying all the time. I'm just tired of it. But she won't stop. So you can't be too tired of it because you're still talking to this fool. I would have cut him off. As soon as I know you're married, we got nothing else to say. Bye-bye. Good luck. Hope it works out. But you're not going to be, jumping up and down on me and then running back home to your wife. She's so terrible. Or my husband is so terrible. But they run back home to that person who's so terrible. So obviously that's bullshit. Because if it wasn't, you would make arrangements to be done with it. He also said to her, Ben said to Susie, would you be upset if we considered having another child? Him and his wife, the one who's so terrible to him. I think there's a possibility that he's freaking out because she wants him to leave his wife. She's pushing for him to leave his wife. She's pushing to fix him and make his life better and to fulfill him with all kinds of unbridled love and unbridled passion because everybody needs to be loved. I said he doesn't want that. He wants to be in the situation he's in. You can't save him. An addict is not trying to hear your logic, okay? They don't want to hear your logic and your reasoning because they're addicted. The addiction has a vice grip on them. There's nothing I could say, nothing Susie's mother could say, auntie, cousin, uncle, late old lady down the road. There's nothing anybody could say that's going to click her head into logic mode. Nothing. You know how frustrated, oh my God, I can't even. And when your body goes through extreme stress, if you don't believe me, ask your doctor, okay? When your body goes through extreme stress over a long period of time, weeks, months, more months, 6 months, a year, it starts to slam into your immune system. And then your body starts to shut down. Next thing you know, you're sick. You're predisposed to cancer, liver failure, kidney failure, intestinal, whatever, ulcers, you name it. High blood pressure. Because your psyche and your body are getting slammed. How much of that do you think your body can take? I'm just asking. How much of that do you think your body can take before your ass is in the hospital with God only knows what's wrong with you because the doctors are like, we've ran all kinds of tests. We don't know what's going on because you're too young to have what we think it is. Okay? There's no such thing as too young. There are babies that are born with congenital heart failure. Okay? They're born disabled. They are born with one arm. So there's no such thing as you're too young to have this thing going on with you because newborn babies can have those types of ailments, okay? Heart outside of their body, born with their heart outside their body, organs on the wrong side of their body. Instead of the heart being in the mid chest left area. It's on the right. All kinds of shit happens. So don't tell me that this person's too young to have this, because I worked with a lady who, she's in her 20s and she's got a pacemaker. So don't freaking tell me a person's too young for all that, because that's a bunch of bullshit. Okay? She was in her 20s with a pacemaker. Everybody has told her leave him alone, and she's at the point now where, even though her mother was, and her other relatives were saying, you need to leave this alone. I don't care what you feel for him. He's married, he's taken, leave it alone. She's at the point now where, because she's so god dang addicted, she is convincing them, her family members, that, but he's in a bad marriage and he wants to get out. He really does. And this and that and the other. And they're kind of easing up on their discouragement of it. They're kind of going, well, yeah, that makes sense. I mean, yeah, it's possible. So she's selling the idea of her being with him in the future, which isn't going to happen, to her family, so that they'll be like, oh, well, that makes sense. We understand that. No. She's falling for a pipe dream. He ain't going no goddamn where. When somebody tells you, let's use common sense, which addiction doesn't follow logic, okay? If somebody is telling you, we may have a second baby, okay? I've seen my friends be tortured because California favors the wife, ex-wife. I don't want to go through what I've seen my friends go through. Where in any of those statements is he saying he's leaving her? He's not. She won't go to therapy because it's almost like, you don't want to say the person enjoys the torture, but it's almost in a weird way, kind of, because, well, the addiction, right? You're hooked so hard, you can't get out. Should she be talking to a therapist every week? Yes. Is she? No. Because she's hooked into the addiction. And a person who's doing the wrong thing, that's destructive to them, I might add, they don't want to hear like I said, they don't want to hear your logic and reason. They don't want to hear that, because you're preventing them from getting to their drug. They don't want you preventing them. They want it, but they don't. Because the high feels so good. When it's good, it feels so damn good. I can never let this high go. Yes, the hell you can, because you functioned before him. You get rid of him, you'll function after him. Nothing sets in her brain. So, I don't know. Only thing I could say to y'all, men and women, whoever you are, whatever you are, wherever you are, stay the hell away from married people. Stay the hell away from them. Because until they're divorced, they're still together. They're not even separated. They're not even living in separate homes. There's been no paperwork filed. There's been no legalities, no legal papers like, see, here's the paper from my lawyer, see? Obviously not that small, right? It would be bigger, but I'm used to that because that's all I have right now near me, okay? See? We're filing. See that? We got a court date. It'll be final by da-da-da-da-da. Until that happens, they're still married. And when they're living in the same house, if you think for 2 seconds that they're not doing the wild thing, you must be out of your damn mind. Of course they're bumping and grinding. That's what married people do. That's what they freaking do. They bump and they grind. Even the ones who are cheating, which he's cheating on his wife too. He's in an emotional affair and he wants it to be a physical affair. Okay? Even when they're having fun with other people, they still bang their spouse. Because I'm hot and we're laying in the same bed, I might as well tap you on the shoulder like, hey girl, hey, or hey dude, hey, what's up? All right? That's going to happen regardless, even though they hate this person so much that they're not leaving them. Y'all stay the hell away from married people. Don't let nobody, you don't want to be in a place of, and I'm not being funny, I'm dead serious. Don't ever be in a place of emotional need that is so desperate that when somebody starts talking sweet nothings to you, you just lose every bit of your sense. You don't ever want to be in that vulnerable position because that person knows they've got you wrapped around their pinky. Anything they say, you're going to go for it. Anything they want, you're going to give them. You don't ever want to be that vulnerable to someone because that's how you get used and abused. If it hurts you to tell this person, look, I gotta go. I can't do this with you. I think you're fine as hell or you're beautiful, but I can't do this. I can't put myself through this because you're involved with someone else. Um, I just can't do it. So I wish you the best. And it'll hurt like hell for me to walk away from you, but I have to do it for my own sanity. That's what you do. And let me tell you something. When you do that, it's gonna hurt a lot less. This one feather wants to do what it wants to do. What are you doing? It'll hurt a lot less if you stop it in the beginning. You don't wait until you're a drug addict for their attention. You don't wait until it gets to that point. You get the hell out of Dodge before it gets to that point. And when you know that it's always, let me tell you something else. It's always dangerous when you are just having a so-called friendship with somebody who's married. Because friendship could change at the drop of a hat. And all of a sudden, you went from friendship to, I cannot stop thinking about this person. I can't wait to see him online again. Happens like that, without warning. You're not in control of your emotions like you think you are. So what you do is you avoid friendship with them anyway, unless you're friends with the husband and the wife both. And it's still tricky because one of them could get jealous of you. Why are you so tight with so-and-so? You talk to her more than you talk to me, or you talk to him more than you talk to me. So that could always pose problems. I'm telling y'all right now, y'all are grown, y'all do what the hell you want to do, but I'm telling you right now, stay the hell away from married people. Stay the absolute hell away from them because they will use you, abuse you, manipulate you, and trick you to get them drawers, man or woman. It makes zero difference. They want to jump up and down on you and use your body, but they're going to dump your ass, not forever, but they're still going to go to their spouse. So you're going to feel like you've been dumped because you were humped and then they go to somebody else. You can't possibly think that feels good, right? This person talked all this lovey-dovey bullshit and they're going back to their spouse after they had their fun with you. Don't put yourself in that position. If you know you're starting to have feelings for somebody, it's starting to be casual, maybe you didn't know they were married, you find out they're married, you're like, okay, I shouldn't be talking to you because your husband's not going to be okay with it or your wife would not be okay with it. If they're doing something that they cannot do in front of their spouse, they have no business doing it. I'm just saying. So it hurts people, like I said. People have to sit and watch it. It hurts. It's like watching a horror movie. And you can't warn the person. You can't call them on their cell phone and say, get the hell out of there. And if you do, they're not going to listen anyway because they're addicted. They're addicted. Addiction needs professional help. There's nothing that can break this person out of this. And I thought to myself, is this going to go on for I don't know, 6 months, another year? How long is this person going to stay on this irrational page, this addicted page? How long is this going to last? Well, shoot, I mean, it could last, I don't know, it could last for indefinitely because addictions are not easy to recover from. And this is an addiction. You're addicted to a person. I don't know. It's crazy. And I guarantee you this person is isolating from people who are trying to get her out of this situation. But I guarantee you she's not isolating from her family. And she's still selling them a pipe dream that they're buying. Do what you want to do. If you want to ruin your life, go ahead. Go ahead. She was even at the point where you all can break up and I can help raise your child. The child don't need a woman raising them because they have a mother. So that's illogical too. You want the mother to just disappear in a puff of smoke so that you can have this lovey-dovey family with this man that you want to be with? Unrealistic. He or she has a mother already. They do not need you to step in and be their mom. There's nothing that, like I said, I the helplessness that I feel is indescribable. It's indescribable. I'm helpless and hopeless until this person breaks free, but she's getting off on the high of the attention and all the sweet words and all the sexy shit. She's getting off on that, and he's getting off on the excitement of talking to somebody outside his marriage, which is forbidden, and he's getting off on it. He's getting the high of it. He's getting his ego fed. But who gets the worst end of the deal? Susie gets the worst end of the deal because she has to go home alone. Okay? He goes home to the person that he can't stand. And he's happy to go home with her. Okay? Or to her. So, I don't know. Y'all be careful. If you talk to somebody, and one of your friends is in this boat, and they're not listening because they're addicted too, the only thing you could do is sit and wait. And if they push you away, there's nothing you could do about that either. Your best bet is to just sit back and let them do whatever they're going to do. If they self-destruct, they self-destruct. There's nothing you could do to prevent it because they're not listening to you anyway. So if they ever come to their senses, they'll come back around. But that's a long stretch because the emotional high is so high. When you're addicted, you'll risk everything, right? Just like a drug, right? You'll risk everything. Your closeness with your friends, your closeness with your family, your closeness with your, you end up losing your job. You don't give a shit as long as you can get high. I just lost my job. Damn, I need a fix. This is no different. This is no different. It's a drug. It's a drug. So, you don't ever want to have such low self-esteem. I'm not being mean. I'm just telling you. You don't want to have such low self-esteem that when somebody tells you you're pretty and you're beautiful and you're this and you're that, or you're handsome and you're sexy and you're that you just run across the football field with that and you just, oh my God, that's so exciting. Oh my God, make me feel so good. You don't ever want to be that low mentally that you are feeding off of that and you need that to survive. You don't ever want to be in that position. And I also told Susie, the reason you cling to men so hard is because your father wasn't there when you were growing up. Nothing I say gives this person a wake-up call. That is the most exasperating feeling ever. I'm telling you right now, it's a warning. Stay the hell away from married people. Do you understand me? You all stay the hell away from them. Okay? Until it is final. Here's the paperwork. Final. I sign my name on a dotted line. Okay? This is the divorce decree. Unless that person shows you those. And truth be told, you don't know if that's real or not. They could have made that on a computer. Your best bet is to avoid the whole scenario until they're actually single and living in their own place. And divorced. Okay? And truth be told, they're having an affair with you, emotional affair, and they want it to be sexual behind their wife's back, and you're saying that they're honest. How the fuck are they honest? Excuse me. How are they honest when they're lying and hiding from their wife every day or husband every day? That's honesty to you? Oh my God. Wow. I got nothing. Anyway, y'all learn from this person's mistakes. Stay the hell away from them. Compliments are just compliments. They don't mean shit. They don't comfort you. It's a false sense of security. Anybody can compliment you. You need compliments so bad that you're going to cling to somebody who's clinging to someone else. Really? You got to stop this. Okay. I'm extremely frustrated. Can you tell? I'm just going to stay out of it. You get to the point. I hate to say this. I hate to. say this, and it's going to sound monstrous, but I'm just keeping it real. You get to the point where you're like, I'm just going to let this person self-destruct. I'm just going to sit back, chill, and watch them self-destruct because they are determined to do it. So I can't stop you. I can't stop you. So you just sit and wait. And because this person is a drug to them, like you're isolating yourself from your friends, but you make sure you always have an opening for this person. You'll always contact them. You'll always reach out to them. They'll always reach out to you. Are they going to pick up the pieces after they jump up and down on you, take away your purity, and then you got to go home alone? Okay? By your damn self. Is that person going to comfort you? Fuck no. He's worried about his family, his child, and his spouse. He ain't worried about you. I wish this person held me longer after we did this or what. They're not going to worry about that. They're doing their own thing. You just got to let them self-destruct. That's the only choice you have. I've tried to give advice and went in one ear and out the other. I cannot help you if you don't want to be helped. I have coached other people who were having issues. They refused to listen. I can only give you the tools, and it's up to you to do what you want with the tools. If you refuse to use them, there's nothing I could do. Nothing I could do. That's it. So y'all stay the hell out of the situation in the first goddamn place, and then you don't have to worry about this. All right? Y'all take good care of yourselves. I'll talk to you later. Much